Yeah, about preservative. From the class, we've already taught you preservative, but I just want to reiterate about this particular topic because it's not everybody that knows that preservative can change your product, or it has huge amount of effects on your product, even if you have the best product ever. But if your preservative system is poor, then it will affect whatever you are formulating. So know that. So first of all, there are some things that would have been said during the classroom, but I will still add them here, okay, because I might not know which one to skip. All right, so your preservative, know the inky name. From the inky name, you'll be able to know if it's broad spectrum, the ingredients it contains, like some ingredients, some preservative will contain phenolphthalein, the inky. When you see that it contains phenolphthalein and salicylic acid and some other ingredients, you will know that, okay, this preservative is a combined preservative. All right, most times it's usually more broad than when it contains only one ingredient. So from that inky name. All right, so make sure your preservative is written broad spectrum before you purchase it. Broad spectrum is very important because there are some preservative that can protect against bacteria but not against yeast and mold, like phenolphthalein. If you are using a preservative that is phenolphthalein, try and combine it with like potassium sorbate. Yeah, I think potassium sorbate. Then you will get a broad spectrum preservative. Also, check for the pH. There are some preservative that they cannot work, they don't like working in acidic environments, or some cannot work in alkaline environments. So make sure that the preservative you are using is okay with the product you are making. All right, so which means you cannot have only one preservative to do all the job of all your formulation. There are some, which is why most people like going for easy to use preservative, because there are some preservatives that can work like in so many environments. They are easy to use, while some are not easy to use. They are very limited. All right, so I'm going to be mentioning different preservative, and I'll mention them, and then I'll tell you how you can use it, or what it contains, or at what range pH range you can use it. I'll just talk a little. I don't want this thing to be too much. I'll just point out some key points out of some preservative. So before I pinpoint them, let's also talk about other things that you should consider before you purchase that preservative. Check out the price. How is the price to the product you are making? Do you like, let's talk in dollars, because there are some people that use dollars here while some use naira. All right, so there are some preservative, like let's say you get something of $8 and one of $20. Which one will you go for? Especially if they are doing the same type of job, you want to go for the one that is $8, unless you're creating a luxury product. Then you want to say, okay, you go for something of $20. Again, which other does that preservative have restrictions? What's the recommended usage rate? Like liquid Jama Plus in some countries, as I've said in the classroom, you can use it up to 0.5%. Mostly people use it 0.5%, but some countries still allow up to 1%. So to be safe, and depends on where you're getting it from, ask your suppliers. You know which preservative is good. You can't buy a preservative that is like $50 for 100 ml, and you have to use like 4% of it in your formulation. You can see that at the end of the day, it will shoot up the price of your products. compared to one that you bought for like okay $15 and you can still use it at 0.5%. So consider it's still the same way with researching other ingredients. You have to know, you have to be sure of what you are buying. Don't just start using it. Do your research very well. Now, accessibility. How often can you get this preservative? Can you easily locate it? Is it easily accessible to you? Is it certified Cosmos or Ecosat or organic, especially if you are trying to formulate organic skincare products or hair care products? So you cannot just go for any preservative, or you are trying to work with animal free products, so you have to be careful of the preservative you are choosing. Now let's talk about sensitivity. Is that preservative heat sensitive? There are some preservative that you can add at high temperature, like when you are making soap or you are making cleansing bar. You can still add some preservative at something like 50 degrees centigrade, while some it has to be below 40 degrees centigrade. So which one are you buying? Let it help you make your decision. Find out, will it? Then some preservative can also affect the fragrance of your products. Do you know? So especially when you are buying any ingredient for the first time, I usually say buy in little quantity. Don't go for big batch and at the end of the day you regret it or you waste all your money. Okay, so there are also some preservative you can add into your hydrons products, and also you can use it in your water-based products. While some you can only use them, you should only use them in your water-based product. Don't even include them in your hydrons products, because it's just like wasting of preservative. So those are the things that you should look out for. And then is it paraben free and sulfate free and all those kind of free. Anyway, paraben preservative is still seen as like very top notch and simple. It's just that it's not everybody that likes using anything that contains paraben. So watch out and check the ink, and it is from the inking you can actually know if it is paraben free or not. There is one preservative that I like using, and it's called Uzi PE 9010. Yeah, so the it's also known as Plantaserve E. Is a different name from different places. It depends on where you're buying it from. Some people, when you say Plantaserve E, they might not know what it is. Meanwhile, there's, I think, Plantaserve M. That one is Geogard. So is where you have to be sure of the one you are buying. Ask your supplier so you don't get to make mistake. Let me talk about this PU 9010. Why I like it. The pH is wild. Although it's more expensive than preservatives such as Liquid Jama Plus, but it's still a very good preservative. Very good preservative. I love using it. You can use it in a hydrous product. You can use it like the heat like up to 120 degrees centigrade. Yeah, centigrade. But the thing is, when you have lots of efficacy of high loads of ethosylated, please let me go and check it, ethosylated surfactants in your products, then it will reduce the power of that preservative. Okay, so you can use it in lotion, you can use it in anything water-based products, in cleansing products, and wash-off products, and leave-in products. It's very good. So, and the percentage, you can use up to 0.5 to 1% in your product. That is why I like my using. I will always have it on hand. All right, so there's another one. There's Geogard, different Geogard. There's Geogard 221. There's Geogard ECT, which is your preservative eco. All right, so that one too, I like using it, and that one is still I think Cosmos compliant, EcoSat, and all those kind of thing. If you are looking for that kind of preservative, that one is good. Like Liquid Jama Plus is very good in water-based products. Okay, it's very good in water-based products. Then I think I've said something about Fidosi ethanol in the beginning, that you should use it, mix it with other ingredients. So, and then we have another Uzi, which is K900. We have K703. We have K903. So you can see they are the same Uzi, but let me spell it, EUZYL. Okay, but they are different level of preservative. But in all this Uzi, I think is the Uzi PE9010 or 901 or Plantatab E that I still prefer. There's Lexard Natural MB. There is Dermosoft. There is which other preservative is there? Lucida. There is Optifem Plus, which you can use between 0.75 to 1.5%. There is I've talked about Yogurt. Now Liquid Jama Plus, you can use between 0.1 and 0.5%, and you use it below 50 degrees centigrade, which is like 122 degree Fahrenheit. Sorry with the way I'm pronouncing this. Okay, so that's really more all about preservative. If you still have any more question on using preservative, just let me know. Okay, so many research on your preservative. So if you are making a product, in summary, if you are making something for acidic, first of all, go and check if that your preservative can work in that environment. If you are making a surfactant based product, yeah, that like your cleansing products, go and check if that preservative will work there. And if it cannot work, like some can work, but if it contains high ethoxylated surfactant, as I said, then which means you have to look for another preservative, or you support it with another preservative in order not to lose the efficacy of that preservative. So these are the things you have to consider when you are choosing your preservatives. That it will last you for long. Your products will not change smell, change color, or change in any way. Hope this helped, and hope I've not been bye. All right, so I'll see you next time. Talk to you next time.